Good morning, everybody. We're doing engineering gameplay today. Just gonna do it solo. Gonna show you what I see, and we'll experiment, do all that stuff. Let's see if I can get away with getting out of here. Yeah, I got a major crime stat. Accidents happen. We may just stay in the hangar though, but this guy right there might know that I'm a criminal. I don't know how the system's working in this build. We'll see. Should be fun. We got coffee. Let's make sure we have our food and drink. Okay, we got one of each, but we got plenty of those. A few of those. And we got some of that. Alright, so we got plenty of that. Get this stuff sorted out of our backpack. And start some engineering.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
Let's check the wolf real quick. I want to see the components
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
and where those are located. They got all the docking, not the docking, but the freight elevators on the station now. Some exciting stuff happening. Let's get this stuff out of the backpack first. Yeah. And then, we don't need all this stuff. It's nice to have. We'll keep that. We don't need the ammos. We'll just need that stuff to do damage. Okay. Real quick. Okay, that's out of the way. Let's see. Okay, so we can jump right up on here. As a step. Okay, so there's something here. This is radar and what is that? Pellet plant? power plant. Okay. That power plant pops right out when you open that. That's cool. That's cool. Fuel port. Anything else? No step? Okay. No step. So, alright, so that's the radar and power plant. Oop, oop. Okay, that is... What the? That is empty. It's supposed to be the battery. Okay. Alright. Battery, power plant. This is a full canister, but I don't even remember having a canister. Yeah, there's no canister. Okay, and that is that just a fuse? It's an unknown part, so that is the life support. That's like a weapons rack. That's cool. I never bothered with that before. Excellent. Is there anything else on this ship? So power, and I can't move when I have this in my hand. Okay. Now I can't take it out of my hand. Nothing there. What's this? Fuel port. Thought that fuel port was up in the front. Okay, there's something up here. This, oh, a couple of things here. Astrogation. Ace astrogation. Alright, I don't know what these are. There's no labels. Oh wait, does it say anything? Nope. Okay. Huh, interesting. Suppose if I took out my tool. That's not what I wanted to do. It's a quantum drive. Okay, so power plant up top, quantum drive down here. Come on, what else? Anything? Here we go, here we go. What is it? Shield? Didn't see it anywhere. Oh, there's two things that pop down. Wait. Oh yeah, there was two things that pop down. Okay, so that's fuse. That's just a fuse. So that's just a fuse bay. Crusader Industries. I don't know what this is because it's not really available for me to even scan in any way. Alright. Cool. So they got some components on the Wolf now. That's good. I love this design. It's so nice. Anywho, okay, nothing else. I don't see anything else anywhere. Life support. Alright, right on. Put this little guy away. I mean the wolf. No, to the wolf.
Welcome
Alright.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our
We'll have to go back down to bring up the Zeus. Maybe I'll try to pay these crime stats off. I don't think I can pay the crime stat off because I was murdering people in the game. Yeah.
Welcome to the
Zeus
ASOP
is
vehicle
available.
retrieval system.
It is. We'll call it up.
Selected.
We'll run up the
Your
admin real
vehicle
quick.
has been delivered.
See if we can pay these fines off.
Hey, how's it going?
I think out of all my ships that I own, Zeus is the largest one. It's probably the one I would worry more about running, especially solo. The small ships, single seat fighters and stuff, I don't worry about that stuff with the engineering. There's the one-time fix on components and whatnot to get you out of the fight. All that jazz. Let's see what my crime stat went down to 3. Yay. Okay. That's it. I gotta do time, I guess. Alright, I have to surrender. I'm not gonna do that this stream. I don't know. This is just tech preview, so I don't think I'm gonna worry about that shit. What's the highest crime stat? Can't be 4. 4's gotta be like almost the highest. I think 4 is the highest I've ever done. And it might even be this time on this build. I usually don't run around taking people out. So, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Alright, now let's see. Let's go power the ship up. And then I'll put some bullets through the side. And we'll see how she fares. I just go in the back. It's actually running pretty good, so it might not be too many people on. Might be very few people on this morning, which will be nice because that'll make it run good. Alright, so only 17 on the server, 129 on the shard, so that's pretty good. The server looks like it's running pretty good too. So, yeah. barcode up just in case we run into any snafus. We have that there with us. So, powering on.
Welcome to Public Swiss Industries.
Okay, we got that.
System check.
The engine's on. Just so everything's got power going to it. Go check the panel. I like how they have these fire extinguishers pretty much in every main room. There's one here in the cabin. There's one here in the engineering. They actually call this the engineering room. Nothing here, but it would have been nice to have one here or something. I always forget about the bathroom. But I mean, you know, you wake up in your ship and your ship's on fire. You might want to have something to grab. And one in the hold back here. Okay, so what do we got? We have power plants back here, coolers, radar. We got the fuses, quantum drive, jump drive, cooler, and another power plant, and then we have coolers up in the front here. 2 shield generators here. Oh, I'm sorry, I only have 2 coolers. I have 3 shield generators and then life support. Avionics, so that's the blades. That's where the blades will go. So I wonder how that's going to look after. The fidelity on these things is just so beautiful. Alright, so that's that. We have those. We'll just open up all these bays so that we can see everything here. We are getting some weird graphical glitches, like you see on the right there. The door just kind of blacks out for that panel anyway, not the door. Alright, so let's take a look at our engineering window here. Alright, we got a little bit blurry of a window display. Okay, step up to it, it gets better. Right. Alright, so let's see. Our quantum drive is not powered on right now, so we could power it on. Actually, we can't do that unless we do it with the ship. That's probably a good thing. Because the engineer can't just come in here and shut the quantum drive off when you're in quantum drive. Or maybe they can. We'll have to check that real quick. All these notifications when you first get your ship are just, everything is fixed. I don't know what that's about, but they make sure our ship's fixed. We're getting a new ship. Alright, so we got the fuses. These connect all these things to the ship. I love how it shows all those connections. That's cool. Engineering room atmosphere, temperature, 1 atmo. Temp is normal room temp. I can shut that life support off for this room. If we get a fire, we don't want to do that. Not just yet. So we're going to go outside the ship and we're going to try to we can damage coolers, or we can damage quantum drives or radar or any of these components. But what I would like to do actually is, in this panel here, here's our power plants. This is what's left of our power. So we can drain our power plant power. It doesn't look like anything's heating up, but let's just wait for a second to see if anything starts overheating, because that's one thing that I think that's the biggest thing that people may want to pay attention to if they even pay attention to engineering at all, is the cooling. Every single one of these, you can see every single one of these components creates heat. So if our shields, which I can't run any more power to the shields because power is going to everything else and it's all used up. So we can reduce power on our guns. So we don't need that much power on our guns. We're seriously probably not going to use our guns in this ship very often at all, if we're lucky. And then engines don't need a bunch of power. Not if we're just sitting here. So we can do that. We can overclock. These yellow pips are overclock. Now I don't know why these are yellow. It's like that's all you got. But in my mind, the yellow is kind of an overclock. You don't need to have it on there. See, it's like a high output or a high whatever. So when we do put these up into the overclock, I think we will get some temperature rise out of these components. It looks like to me that that's rising up slowly. And we'll just wait for a minute because we do want to see, like, if you're overclocking your shields and your shields are getting battered by some laser fire or something, we want to make sure that we get as much power to the shields as possible and they're not going to overheat or get damaged in any way, the shield generators themselves. So I can't tell if I can't scroll in anymore. It's about as close as I can get. So okay, we're not getting any more heat out of this. But let's pull our coolers down a little bit and see if these overclock components. Alright, so overclocking. The shield really isn't doing much. Let's see if the heat comes down a little bit. If we pull that overclock back. Seems to be fine. I'm thinking they're gonna put the temperature reading in here. And yeah, quick note, yesterday when I was doing my stream, I didn't have my cursor on, so you couldn't even tell like what I was doing until like it was like highlighted on the screen. And like even that doesn't tell you much. It tells you that I'm just floating over. It doesn't, you might see that it changes, but it's, I figured if I'm gonna do this and show people, then it would help if I had the cursor on the screen here. Alright, so that's overclocked. Our coolers, it's funny, right? Because our coolers don't have a temperature next to them. Like, will our coolers ever end up overheating? Right? Will we want to know if our coolers, you know, can overheat? Throw all the power that we can in there and see if the temp goes up. Engines. Be interesting to see if they have some kind of, okay, so my understanding is the top pip on here is like a little bit expanded. Slightly bigger than all the other ones, so you can see that that pip is the top one, I guess. I don't know what that's for, but let's shut one of the coolers off and see if one cooler provides enough for engines that are topped off with power. Doesn't look like there's any change. So it's possible that you may be fine running one cooler with life support and and engines. You can shut the shields off. You don't even need your shields if you're just flying around, right? You don't need your guns if you're flying around. But this has all that power. You have a little bit, you have reserve in one of your power plants here. And tractor beam doesn't need to be on. So I think the big thing here will be, with engineering gameplay, will be how are you managing the temperatures of your components. I think that may be the most important thing. So what I'm going to do is, oh, I didn't mean that. It's because I'm like face to face with this thing. What I got these engines maxed out. Let's watch the heat build up when I shut this cooler off. This is what you want to watch. This is exactly what you want to watch for. Oh, we got heat building up on the life support, and we're going to go into the red right now. Alright, so life support is definitely heating up. Let's just get that clocked down a little bit. So, alright, we got some temperature on the life support here, and what we'll see is the temperature in the room's rising, especially over where the life support is, and that could damage our comes down faster with both coolers on. This was getting hot as well. The radar. We can shut the radar off, we don't really need that. So, you see, without a cooler, even your life support, when there's power going to it, with no cooling, even just your life support can blow up in your face. I mean, not exactly blow up in your face, but it can take your ship down. It can disable your ship, maybe. I don't want to go that hyperbole, but you know what I mean by that is, so with this life support might even, yeah, see the temperature over down at the bottom of the screen. It's coming down because I'm cooling it, but I can probably grab this and cool it down even faster, maybe. Yeah, see that cools it right down. Right down to normal temperature. And you can see on the fire extinguisher itself, it has the temperature of these things. Room temperature. If I raise the temperature in anything, it will show it. So it shows when you're bringing that temperature down, or if you point it at a component that's heated up, you will be able to see the temperature of that component. And now you can see on our screen there's no flashing red lights. Our thing is down in nominal. Now I'm gonna go out and I'll leave the shields off. Guns don't need to be on. Engines, alright. So what do we want to, I'm thinking maybe I'll try to shoot out one of these coolers, okay? Now that cooler is off, right? This cooler's on. If I shoot the cooler that's off, I don't think I'll get anything besides we'll see the health of the cooler just degrade. Now you can turn your coolers on from here. Cooler 2. It says fixed, but it's really just turned on and off, disabled and enabled. So we'll go outside the ship. we'll try to shoot that, the cooler that's running, which is that one over here, up top, right? Right up top there. I want to use a ballistics gun though. Alright, so that cooler should be roughly around here. Damaging anything after this flip. I think I'm in the right spot. Integrity's still at 100. Did I hit the power plant or anything? I guess I wasn't hitting anything. Alright, so I gotta figure out exactly where these things are. I could just shoot it right here, but I don't want to do that. I want to see if this armor and all that other jazz is working. So what I might need to do is just try to make a mental note here. Alright. There's no view outside of that. So, okay, that's one way I can tell is if I come over to this window and a couple feet, like 6, 8 feet over, this cooler is there. Okay, so component bay 1, no, component bay 3, but that's cooler 1 and that's cooler 2. It really is hard to tell, like, how far over these parts are, and also, like, alright, so the window is, that's the window right there, I believe. So yeah, these components are like, Jesus, in here? I can't even tell. Can we? Okay, wait a second. Is that showing me? This is the ship that's like above me with the components, I think. So are these components right here? Talking about, right? Because that's like ship entries, right? That's the ladder. It's showing the entry. Yeah, this is good. I can see on the mini map that this is the turret, right? That's the turret access. You can see the guns, and then there's like a component bay right here, because right in front of that, next to this, you can see that in the component bay there's the locker, which I believe that locker is telling us it's right next to the components. Just gonna unload in here. There's a power plant in here, and there's a cooler in here, so we'll see if I can hit any one of those. Either one of those. Obviously doing damage to the ship, and that's cool, right? That looks cool. Let's unload one more and then we'll reach the front. Rising back up. Okay, we're on our way. Let's go see if we've done any kind of damage. So nothing's smoking. That's fine. That's not everything. Smoking everything. We're at 100%. We're at 100%. So we're not breaking through 100%. So we're not exactly breaking through over here. Unless we're shooting too low. It's kind of hard to tell. So let's just do one of these numbers here. That's the level. And that's where I was shooting. I think I might have been shooting too low. So let's go a little bit higher. Just right there. That does look like it's the right spot. Right around the right spot. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this is educational. Now I do have a Corsair in my lineup. It's just a in-game paid for in-game ship. It's not anything I bought with real money. I want to try the ships I bought with real money so that I can, because these are ships I'm going to keep. I'll fly a lot. So I want to see. Okay, it looked like I was getting smoke there, but it might just be a. Yeah, like I was saying, I just wanted to try the ships. I will be flying. Okay, we're getting smoke. We're hitting something. But why are we getting smoke there? Let's just go to the panel, right? I don't recall seeing that steam or whatever coming down, so I think that's smoke. Something may have gotten hit. Doesn't, we're not getting any. Oops. We're getting sparks in there. Wait. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, we're getting sparks around the terminal here. Okay. Let's see what happened, because something might have happened. I believe something happened. I don't know what happened. Now that cooler is still offline. It's still at 100 health. Power plant is still at 100 health. What was I hitting? Anything? I guess I wasn't hitting anything. It's just my ship is just getting beat up, so it's telling me that it's getting beat up. Huh. Is that temperature higher than normal though? No. Oops. Alright, so I guess I didn't hit anything after all. I guess not. Okay. Let's just get both coolers back on. We'll just run them. We don't need to run anything like crazy. Engines are at full. Tracked beam, we don't need that. We don't need our radar. Although I could put the radar on. It says fixed. I love it. It should just probably say on or enabled. Fixed is fine. Alright. So, I really do want to see how Yeah, see, so I damaged my ship on the outside. It's giving me this like, I don't know what the hell that is. Is that smoke or no? I can't tell. So I don't think I was hitting anything. I guess I wasn't. But that don't mean we're not gonna try again. But, alright, so let's destroy a cooler that's running, right? We'll destroy a cooler that is running. You can destroy these things just by punching them. And we're getting a few little bugs here and there. It's not causing any damage to the wall, but alright, let's see if we've gotten some damage on this thing, which I'm pretty sure we have. Huh. I don't know why it wasn't showing me anything on that. And we're not getting any kind of warnings or anything. Getting some sparks on here though, which is weird. So 100% health, so that didn't damage it. A bullet, I mean hundreds of bullets, didn't damage my cooler. Which is weird because yesterday I was just punching the power plants and they were blowing up almost. We have some warning. So I can shoot the shit out of a cooler and nothing, but I lob a couple jabs at it, and we're taking the shields down. We're taking the ship down. All right, so the health is, it's down there. All right, so could, in a sense, like, this is still working. It's not the health ain't dropping precipitously or anything. It's still staying kind of steady at 35. So we get a warning, a damage warning here. If we overclocked it, we may get a kind of like a degradation here. No, maybe not. I mean, not in a couple of seconds anyway. I mean, the wear and tear will go down as soon as you call your ship. The wear and tear is going down, right? Every like 30 seconds. Seems like every 30 seconds or a minute, and you get another, 100th off of your wear and tear. See? All right. So we could, if we wanted to save that cooler, we could shut it off. Now, something is driving some heat up here in the cooling system. So maybe this is stressing the cooler out, having the full on, the engine's full on like that. And I'm wondering why they have these things blinking. Is it just because they're turned off or something? See, even with that damaged cooler, it helps to have it on. So you get a damage warning. When your cooler is hit, you'll get a damage warning. So okay, I see. The more things you throw at the cooler, the more allocation it's, the more cool it's allocating, and you may be subject to overheating your cooler. Possibly, more pips to overclock these coolers, so I could reduce this one and give the good cooler another pip. I could reduce, the engines by one and let this one, and that way your cooling system is being allocated into areas that are important, right? So you might not need your guns when you're flying. You might not need your shields when you're just flying around. You're doing some low flying and some scanning or something. You got your radar on. You got your engines on, which you don't need even all that allocated to the engines. You just need them to run. So these coolers work harder the more you throw at them. Right? You see the allocation going up. What's happening? You all heard those explosions? I heard explosions. Alright, so we can see the part integrity is at 100% there. Get 100% there. This one is at 35%. And if this overheats and catches on fire, it's gonna damage this power plant. It could, and it can damage the quantum drive and the jump drive and all that stuff. want to keep our eyes on stuff like that, but it's not like, honestly, just like Thurston said, it's not imperative that you do all this. You can get away with not doing this. Hull health is down to 70. Okay, that's interesting. I just noticed that. Okay, so the hull has health on it there too, so what do you say we do some more damage? Alrighty, so we're shooting it up over there. Gonna need a drink soon. Looks like I'm in about the right area to get some components here, if I wanted to. But I don't think bullets like from guns like this should be able to penetrate the ship like beyond like these first like 2 layers. Like ship weapons, yeah, they're like at a greater caliber and whatnot, and probably a higher velocity. The whole nine. So in space. Getting your ship shoot up by another ship, yeah, I could see, the ballistics penetrating and hitting components, but like a gun like this, I don't think they should allow it. I just don't. What's the ship hold? Did we take it down a notch? Yeah, down to 56 instead of 70, whatever. Alright. Interesting. We got some sparks out of our panel. This is like the only place we're getting sparks though. So if we really wanted to, this is the part of engineering that people may not be thinking of for the most part is, okay, let's just say I came back after getting shot up a little bit because I'm in a Zeus. You can see the hull is all red. From getting shot up. Now, people can still do this, and they're doing it today in the PU, and in every aspect of the game up until this point. This is what we've had, is a repair function. It's 2,000 credits. That's to repair the hull for the most part, and a damaged component that was at like 35%, right? And now our hull is fixed. You can see up on the screen here. And we'll go check our component, which I believe should be 100% fixed at 100% and functioning normally. So with this engineer, and it might even say fixed on, yeah, I think it says cooler 2 fixed. Yep. So you can get rid of that right on that. Yeah, and here we go. No more problem with our cooler. We just got it fixed. It was, magically repaired. And now we show no damage. Now let us... Oh! But we have fire for some reason. This is a bug that I was getting in the Corsair the other day, and that's why I didn't want to I didn't really want to mess with the Corsair. It's got a lot of cool engineering potential, whatnot, blah blah blah, whatever. But what we need is, but yeah, the other day, this is what I was seeing when, and this ain't even gonna do it, because this fire ain't even real. It's not even really there. It's not damaging my ship. It's just like a graphical error, and I don't know if it was because I was shooting the hull, and look, there's fire everywhere. I can't put it out though. It's never gonna go out because it's a bug. I'd have to reclaim my ship, I think. Yes, everybody, it's still buggy. But what if I vent the atmosphere in this room? Right? What if I vent the atmosphere? What will that do? So we are in. So we're getting a lot of flames in here, right? This is the. Doesn't even show what room it is, or say what room it is. But we can shut the life support off in that little corridor, right? And we still have flames. But life support should stop the flame. I love the way this looks. It's so nice. See the temperature on the fire extinguisher is still at 20, and like that's normal temperature, right? Everywhere in the cabin is 20, and the fire back here is just fake. It's just a graphical glitch. I don't know why this is happening, but they'll fix it. No big deal. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, it's back. I don't know, I mean, I think it looks cool. We'll just keep it there. Now, what I can do is go send the ship down and then send it back up, and I'm gonna say like 50-50 chance that this fire glitching right here is just gonna go away. All right, everything is shut down. No more damage to the hull. Oh, there is still damage though. I fixed that. So they didn't repair my damage after paying all those credits. Can you believe it? I still have holes in my ship after all those credits. So if I had some salvage material, I could probably patch those up manually. But I was not able to find any. Well, I was trying to get to an Onyx facility where I know they have the, what do you mean file a claim? It's on the pad. Alright, let's do this.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Something happened where it thinks the ship was either destroyed or something, maybe? But it recognized it on the pad when I did the repairs. So that is a little bit odd. That is odd. Nothing that's unheard of though. Totally normal. I just turned my mic up a little bit. Yeah, I'm probably low because I don't talk loud. I'm not a loud talker. Hope y'all won't mind. I like to just chill out when I'm doing live streams. and kind of just get to the point and play the game. I don't want to sit here and yap all the time. It's not what I'm about. So just in case nobody's seen it yet, I really do like the helmet animation now is pretty awesome, if it'll do it. Huh. I guess it won't do it. Oh, there we go. Pulls the helmet off, stores it in the back. Yeah, it's kind of bugged out though. There we go. Yeah, it takes a couple hits. But yeah, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Wait a second. Where's my other gun? Okay, it is in there. Yeah, I have to put it away. Alright, so here on the Vulture. For whatever reason, we were not able to craft anything, which is kind of dumb, because don't they want us to have all the aspects of, see, the crafting tab don't even work. Don't they want us to have all the aspects of these things? New ladder animations are great. Ladder 2.0, or whatever the hell it is. Alright, kind of disappointed that there's no engineering panel here, but I do see why they wouldn't want to put one. Where's my computer? Like, how is this even happening without a computer, right? But we do have the single push fix, which I don't know, you know, I guess it's probably a good idea to have this engineering on the MFD. You can shut stuff off from right here. If you can get out of the fight or whatever, let's just say I'm getting attacked and my shields go down, or my life support goes down. Well, that's okay. I got a helmet on. I can turn my life support off. Can I? It won't turn it off. Oh wait, right there. Turn it off. Just moving a little closer here. Sorry for the jank. Alright, so that's on. It won't turn off though. Is because, yeah, I have power on the ship. Jump module don't need to be, okay, so I'm not able to turn my life support on and off, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I want it on all the time. Jump module doesn't need to be on all the time. Coolers, oh, always need to be on. And once you shut them off, you're gonna start getting problems. I guess we'll see maybe in the, okay. Drive doesn't need to be on. Salvage beams. Shield generators. Okay, here we go. So, shield generators are pumping. So one of them, see the, oh, we're getting like flashing, we're getting, our screens are starting to, this is what happens when you don't have your coolers on. Coolers are the primary piece of equipment that will allow your ship to stay fully functional. And with those coolers off, we're going to have all kinds of problems. Look at this smoke. We're already getting smoke in the system. Thought I had some component bays over here, yeah. So, those are shield generators. Yeah, there's already smoke. Like, I'm pretty sure that's smoke. Fuel tank. So we get our... Yeah, something's happening. Let's get back up. Yeah, I got no doors. I have to override the door. Do you see once... Yeah, this smoke down there. It won't even let me open up the bulkheads or anything. Okay. I gotta override the doors. Just, you can see smoke forming on the ceiling here. And here's the coolers. They won't even let me access the coolers either. Okay. So, we got some major overheating here. You can see, oh man, alright, so I don't think I can even turn these back on like manually. Yeah, it's not letting me, and we got our health is dropping real fast. Now we can do a can we do? Our power plants are losing power. We really need those coolers on, but we're not getting them to turn on. Alright, so they became in such a state that see, one cooler just died, and I can't turn them on. So I want to say once your coolers are damaged, like to the nth degree or whatever, like you're kind of fucked. You're kind of, sorry about the language, you're just kind of fucked. Coolers are the most important part of your ship now when it comes to keeping the ship running. Look at this shit. And I don't think I even have a fire extinguisher on this ship. Like, I'm screwed, right? Can't open the panels. God damn. Yeah, look at that. We got smoke billowing out. That would be cool, though. So yeah, we could let the ship burn. See how far it goes. I should have pulled the fire extinguisher out of the, do they have one on the wall somewhere? I thought I could see it all the way from over there. And it is equipable. Excellent. Okay. And just in case your ship does start on fire in the hangar. Yep, you can equip it. Can I put these fire out though? That's gonna be the real, the mystery here is, can I put this fire out? Yes, CIG. I think I just... Oh, I do have one there. Cool. Alright, I totally missed that. I don't know if I put it completely out. I mean, it's still... Well, it's cooling off in here, I guess. Still can hear the fire somewhere. I love the smoke on this thing, though. It is. I think it's really good. It's very well done, and it's not even polished yet. Huh. All right. So, all right. I got the screens are still red, but I got doors opening now. Do I? Oh, okay. Just that door. Okay, so that door's gonna work for whatever reason. Screens are still red. Fire's out, but yeah, coolers are just dead. Can I do a one-time repair? Is that what we're doing here? I think that I'm doing a repair now. And when I get these repaired, yeah, 2 repaired. So when I get these repaired, maybe I can bring them back online and get the ship back running. Because right now I doubt that it'll even start. Yeah, there's one at 20%. Okay, it gave me 20% now. And they're dropping fast because they're not on. Got a one-time repair on the power plants as well, because it looks like maybe they got damaged as well. But these are, oh man, dropping fast. I mean, they're going down like soon. They're just gonna go down again. And once my coolers go down again, no more repair. Okay. We got critical. Yeah, that power plant. They're getting fixed, but it's not going to do anything. Shit, could I not? Yeah, and they're just dropping too. Whether they're off or on, they're going to drop. Warning, smoke detected and have system overheating. Looks like they got fire again. Yeah, the fire's back. Alright, so... Whew. I love putting out me some fire, though. Oh, look at all the stuff burning up. We got smoke. smoke was building up at the top. I mean, this is really cool stuff. I think so. This corridor is filled with smoke. Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. Alright. Really cool. Alright, so it looks like Vulture is going to be one of those ships that you gotta crank those coolers. You gotta keep them on at all times. You see, once you shut a cooler down, or the coolers themselves, both of them, however many you have on your ship, once you shut them down, your ship's fucked. Coolers are the most important thing on the ship, as far as I can tell right now. Still smoke. No more fire. But we still do got smoke. I love that. I do have a, you can see the temperature is high over here. It's letting me access the doors and stuff again. Maybe that's because the power plants are back up and running, or they have enough power. That was quantum drive, life support. I don't have the life support unit in there yet. I do really like that though. It's looking really good. So power plants and coolers right here. I mean, the stuff doesn't even look damaged. It should look damaged right now because it really is like it's just they're damaged. They're not working, right? No, I really haven't done anything. And it looks like that self-repair still in tech preview. We're still okay, still got 4 critical components, but the power plants are on. Yeah, this power plant is staying at 4%, which is probably good. These are on, but they can't be doing anything unless they are. Huh. Yeah, interesting. I think so anyway. Alright, so this one's blacked out because I think this is the one that's in use. Right, because these are redundant systems. If this one goes down, I still have 2. I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but it seems like it. This is the salvage heads. Why is the first one blacked out? Who knows? It's the same with the, yeah, I think it's whichever one's in use. Although this one is like blacked out fully right here, which I think is just dead. don't know if the coolers are completely dead. Yeah, they're on. Shutting them off will definitely mess with things more, probably, again. Yeah. So I suppose, excuse me, if I wanted, I could probably get away with, like, limping home like this. That's if I survive the fight, though, you know? It's like, you have to survive the fight first. You have to be able to get away. You have to be able to get out of there. You have to be able to... So the power plant definitely is running things again and looking okay. It does look like on the mini-map you can see the components in front of me here. Without the engineering panel, though, it's hard to tell, like, are those components okay? Or, because they looked grayed out, so I don't know if they're okay. Still some smoke lingering. I didn't realize I dropped that bottle down there. Anyway, yeah, so I think this was pretty cool. Alright. So I could have done, yeah, before I put it away, I'm going to do the repair, the hangar repair, and see if that brings everything back online 100%. Because what they're saying is, you don't have to sit there and, like, if I had all the repair tools and all that other stuff, I can try to repair these components, you know, out there in the black of the space, but what they're saying, what CIG is saying, is you can land, and you can go to your hangar landing, and you can repair. And look, the repair is only 340 credits. Like, to me that doesn't make sense, because I damaged both of my coolers. To repair those coolers, what does it take? You know, did it just only do half of it? I don't know. Yeah, it's like... And there they are. The coolers are back up at 100%. So they got repaired. We can shut them off again. Let everything overheat. But we won't. We won't. We won't. Was all my thrusters were all off? One of my power plants is off, right? Yeah, it's partial. We want on. Quantum drive's off, but I can turn that on by doing that. Right. Like, I want my radar on. Do I not have enough pips? See, this is what I don't like about this engineering here. Is like, okay, let's get our power management here, so I can lessen this, right? Engines don't need all that. Quantum drive, I got no shields right now, so, but I do want radar, right? So I needed to reduce that pip on the engine so that I could get my radar on. But I don't need my radar on if I'm just quantum traveling, really. Do we need radar on when we're quantum traveling? We might not. Salvage beams, do we need those on when we're quantum traveling? We may not. Now I have four 4 extra pips over here that I could boost my engines with, right? And I have extra one for my guns if I want that, but I don't need that. I don't need that. It's showing the temperature of my engines. You could see the overheat. They might overheat. I mean, I don't know how to throw more cooling into the engines, you know? How do you throw more cooling into the engines? Shields are off because we're in nav mode. I like that. Oh, that icon right here is nice. Alright, guns. I mean, we don't even need the guns to be on, right? And that gives us 5 extra pips, but I mean, what are extra pips good for in a single seat like this if I can't put them towards anything on this console right here? Right? Like, I guess maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. So if I took it out of nav mode and put it in SCM with guns, now our shield generators are off. We want our shields back on, right? And why did it go to that one? Why not? Okay, that may be where I'm missing something here. You'll want your guns on, that's for sure. I don't like the looks of that though. So why shield generator? I want my shields to be like, oh, okay, shield generator is why am I not getting shit out of it? Really, that's all I can allocate for my shield generator? That's kind of... Maybe if I get better shield generators, I get more out of them. Life support's fine, coolers are fine. Like, you can run your coolers down here, but... And it lowers your emissions, maybe? Electromagnetic emissions. Right, yep. You have your coolers running high, and your emissions are running higher. You can shut one cooler off, maybe, and get away with keeping it. That lowers your emissions here. So people can see my infrared at 20,000, 20 kilometers. 14 kilometers there, 12 kilometers there. Is that what I think that's right. Coolers are all on. Yep. Quantum drives. Yeah, we don't need those on. Radar. Put the radar on. suppose that's your power management in a single-seater ship. I don't know why the shield generators are at partial. That's a mystery to me. Supposed to be my radar. Oh, radar's down there. Cool. Still a little bit smoky in here. Gotta just keep the doors open for a little bit. Oh! My god. It's just a glitch. See, I'm not even like getting like heat damage or anything like that. But it is making me override the door, which is kind of funky. Okay, so the ship is probably going to look like this now that I've seen it all down there. Oh, okay, it's not. We can get out of the ship. Make sure you know your exits, people. Alright. That's that, and now it's probably not going to recognize my ship again.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Store. Okay.
Your vehicle has been moved to the storage
Cool.
facility.
Alright, so I checked the Golem the other day. The Golem has the MFD with the engineering panel. The Arrow has the MFD engineering. Drake Corsair has a lot of bugs. Wolf, we're seeing more components. We were seeing, you know, power management and resource management on the Vulture 2. I don't really care to check these ships because they're gifted, or not gifted, but they're like just freebies that they put in my list here. But I own the Zeus, I own the Wolf, I own the Vulture. These are the ships. I own the Golem. These are the ships I want to know about. The Arrow. It gives me a good understanding of the single-seat fighter, the single-seat salvage and mining, right? These two. So, and then another single-seat fighter, but then a multi-seat with the engineering panel. All these other ships only have the MFDs because they're single-seaters. With the multi-seated, multi-crewed ships, you can see it's a three-person ship. I don't know why it's a three-person ship. It's more of a two-person ship. But that third person may actually have a role now on the Zeus. The third person, besides just being a gunner or something, which you can access those guns, I believe, the remote turret through the co-pilot seat. So the gunner is kind of either the gunner or the co-pilot now is a useless position as being in a seat on the Zeus. Now, I don't see people going to be running such expensive commodities or something on a Zeus that you'll need 3 people and one of them standing at the engineering panel the whole time, waiting for it to get attacked or whatever. The Zeus is kind of well, I got the CL, so it's more of a hauler than it is anything else. It's not combat ship. You know, I will change the guns. I will upgrade all the components to the highest I can get and the best ones for the ship. But in the meantime, like, actually, where can we? Maybe we want to fly to Orison and check some components for the Zeus. And we'll put out. And I don't even know if that's like appropriate or like is it gonna be meaningful at all? if we put in like some grade A's instead of some grade C components, um, am I just gonna shoot through the wall again and try to, it might, it might be a waste. So I don't even know if I'll do that. What I do know is though that I really like the Zeus. It's a really awesome ship for either a daily driver or just if you got another person with you. It's a great two-man ship, two-person ship. Um, yeah. One person can probably manage the engineering here, while the other person flies and gets away from whatever threat may be out there. So we're getting attacked. I'm definitely throwing everything I can at my shields, right? And what is this? Like a little overclock or more pips according to like if they're available with a higher tier component? I don't know. You know, what are these extras down here? I want to know. See, with this overclocked on the shields, I mean, we're allocating as much cooling as we can, I think, to the shields, right? Yeah, it was to the shields. So when you're really overclocking these things, it's allocating as much as it can to those. So you got to be careful when you're out there. You don't want to damage your. Yeah, it says everything's fixed when you get your ship back. Call your ship back up. You don't want to damage your coolers. You want these babies to be running as good as possible. So yeah, you want to maintain heat control, because you could definitely probably overheat these things. Although I don't see, like, these temperatures aren't rising, but if I shut down the cooling, that's when we get our components temperature rising. See it rising here. So it really is that cooling factor. See, the temps are coming back down. Yeah, so it looks like is that cooling down, and this is like, you see the little red arrow at the top, is that like spiking up? Yeah, so I mean there's things to consider. Yeah, you see the red arrow for the cooler, and for the shield generator, and it spikes up when you shut this down. Yeah, so everything that has power going to it is definitely going to spike up fast, and you see the arrows spiking. That life support, that's still going up, right? That one's in like a place of limbo, kind of leveling off. so it's like you gotta have those coolers on to try to, alright, looks like everything came back down, it's nice. Even the temperature in the room is coming down. My body temp was rising, I think. Alright, but that's it for the day. Thank you for joining. It was, for me, it was educational. I got a few more things, kind of just, I guess, settled on, which is, when it comes to engineering, the key takeaway is, pay attention to what components are using the most power, and make sure your coolers are always online. You may be able to get away with dropping a cooler for you know, emissions purposes or something if you want to go stealth, but you have to be aware that if you pump your shields up, your engines, you apply overclocks to your components, they're going to heat up drastically, and you need cooling to keep those puppies in optimal state. So what there is to think about is always have your cooling. Always have your cooling on. Yeah, so well, I don't know what this is, but it's like I have to bring up another ship to put that one down for whatever reason. It's not recognizing it once it comes up. So yeah, my takeaway is in a multi-crew ship, you will not really need to pay attention to manipulating the engineering panel until something happens to your ship component. Hopefully, they do a lot of adjusting with like the armor and stuff that's coming in, and they give the armor around the components a high hit points, or whatever you want to call it, high HP, so that people's components aren't just getting blasted. Like, from what I understand, a Wolf, Kruger L-21 Wolf right here, the ballistics on that just penetrates through the hull like hot knife through butter, and you could take down a ship, probably a big ship, like Star Lancer attack or whatever that ship is, like that gunboat. Probably take one of those down in like seconds if you know where the components are, which if you do the zoom or whatever, you can hit those accurately and take out their coolers, and then their whole ship just, their components start heating up and they go down. It's going to be that easy, unless there's major armor around these components. We'll see. Thanks for joining.